This looks like red hair to me. Right? That's red. Anyway, it's interesting how in the different, I can't see, different light and different lengths, how red or more like auburn or brown my hair will look. But anyway, in this light it looks very red. I think it does anyway. Hello. It's Saturday, and I, with the help of a good friend, not the help of a good friend, I don't know how to say this. Anyway, I have an office now, and we've been fixing appliances, and it's all really exciting. But today, okay, first of all, I wanted to explain why I've had so many, videos that have parts, right? Part 1, part 2, part 3, and they're kind of long. I'm recording it on my iPod, and the iPod only has so long that you can record before you have to shorten it to send to YouTube, and it's just kind of annoying. So, and I've just had a lot to say. But before I get to what I really wanted to talk about today, I'm going to say that I went to the doctor's office, got another T-shot, and then went in to talk about my kidneys, and they said it's probably lower back pain, because I don't incorporate a lot of vitamin D and calcium into my diet, and I come from British Isle descent. Note the hair and the face, and which was funny because when she said it, I was kind of shocked, and then I was like, well, yeah, okay, I guess. I guess that's not too hard, just by looking at me. And I am small boned, which helps. But she says, and she said that this could lead to osteoporosis. I could get bone problems that would lead to osteoporosis. But she says that testosterone will help counteract that, which is good. Always good, you know, especially when you're putting yourself at a little bit higher risk for cervical cancer or breast cancer, or I'm having a hard time remembering all the cancers that are in the pubic region. So anyway, that's good, right? Good. I talked to a friend who watches these videos often, and he says, I forget, he said he named 4 different things that I'm always doing. In one of them, I'm scratching my nose always itches, or Olive is always kind of in the way, and so I did lock the door today. No, I didn't lock it, she can't open up the doorknob, I just shut the door, and yeah. And yeah. There is some exciting news, but it's not totally, for sure yet, so I'm not gonna say it until it's for sure. Not because I think I'm gonna jinx anything, but just because I don't like saying something and then being like, oh wait, that never happened. Anyway, but that does happen a lot, especially on here. So today I'm going to talk about a character in the Book of Mormon, which is a sacred text of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Really quick background, the Book of Mormon was a book that Joseph Smith, the founder of Mormonism, claimed to have found the records of an ancient tribes people in the Americas, and then he translated it from their language, which was an alteration of Reformed Egyptian, and so now he translated it with the help of God, and and it tells the story of the people who came over here from Jerusalem and lived here until most of them were wiped out, and then the rest of them became the Native Americans. And I'm not even going to get into the historicity of it or anything, but I want to talk about a character in the Book of Mormon, which, this guy's name was Korihor, and he's been, I don't know, he's been pegged as a secular humanist. I don't know that his beliefs are particularly, I mean, they kind of are, but secular, they fall into the range of secular humanism as much as they do agnosticism. So, I guess the Book of Mormon is, the tribes people are very religious, and they are very centered around Jesus Christ, and they've got a lot of prophets, and the prophets hand the records down from one prophet to the next. So when Korihor comes into the picture, this is, the prophet is a guy named Alma, and as in lieu of background, not in the Book of Mormon, but in Joseph Smith, I recommend the book No Man Knows My History by Fawn Brody. And, ooh, one of my friends, the same friend that I've talked about several times in this video, said that he saw my vlog and I recommended the Lucifer Effect, and so that it needed to be in our office. Anyway, I was happy about that. And he's probably watching this right now. Da-da-da. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, David. I do. Right now. So, Joseph Smith, though. Wait, No Man Knows My History. It's a half biography, half look into the psychology and the motives of Joseph Smith, and what fueled his founding of Mormonism. And I did think it was very interesting. Fawn Brody talked about in the Book of Mormon, you'll find a lot of different peoples, even within the prophets, who have very differing religious beliefs, and it almost seems like with each of them, he's almost exploring the argument for that religious belief. So she talked about Korihor and his arguments for agnosticism, and it was all very interesting. And so I read back to the chapter, and I've read it as a Mormon, but it's kind of different reading it and being like, oh, the guy doesn't believe in God, automatically wrong, and reading it and just kind of looking at his arguments. And I wanted to go through and check him out. I was going to read Alma chapter 30. Alma is a book in the Book of Mormon. A chapter, I guess, in the Book of Mormon. Well, okay, so there's the book, and then there's sections of the book, which we call books, and then there's chapters within each of the books. Okay, in each of the sections. So, that's what I'm going to be doing in my next video, and hopefully I'll be able to make it under 10 minutes. See you.